No, I don't, because I felt that it's my duty as an Indian to voice my anguish, my apprehension at what's happening.
I'm quite interested in how you see what is going on in India. Of course, an Indian person, but also a Tamil person, because the view from South India often looks very different.
It is.
Then the view from North
I'm
India.
sure it is the same from Assam or Meghalaya.
The same, exactly.
At the capital. We forget history and we are only agitated by the topical or recent happenings. I talk a lot about Gandhiji now. It is not right from the beginning. My father was a congressman, but my environment made me a bitter critic of Gandhiji when I was in my teens. My father did not say, he said, just read history. I think you're talking from today. Yeah, but today matters, is my question. He's a lawyer and he didn't argue with me on this case. Around 24, 25, I discovered Gandhiji on my own. And over the years, exponentially, I've become a fan. And that's me, to explain myself. To actually correct yourself and say sorry, that's why I made Hey Ram, a film where I played a parallel assassin. Wanting to kill Gandhiji. And as he goes nearer to the person and the truth, he changes. But it's too late. Somebody else does the job that he wanted to do, but he had changed his mind. That's the story of Hey Ram.
So you came up with the idea?
Yes. That is my way of saying sorry to my Bapu.
Excellent. That's quite a sort of sophisticated, intelligent way of looking at the problem.
Yeah, because I have to take the onus of all the crimes, including what happened in your family. We let it happen.
But I think inside what you're saying is hatred is actually blindness and misunderstanding.
Yes, and the worst form of criticism is an assassination. I think that's very cheap. And
it's a coward. A coward does that
only
because he has no other way to fight.
But that cannot be the answer.
So what's your view then of the violence and the hatred that is being spread in the country? I mean, I view it as a consequence of the fear that is being spread in the country.
No, this is actually a synthetic, reproduced,
manufactured
thing. I don't think so, because go into Kerala, more than Tamil Nadu, you will find amity prevails. Unless you doctor it. You can do it from either side. I think there are more sides to it than just Hindu and Muslim. We have to look at all that and understand that this country will flourish only with this plurality.
As a person who loves Tamil Nadu, loves the Tamil people, whenever I go there, I try to understand slightly better, what exactly is the Tamil idea, right? And so as somebody who, is looking at it from far, what does it mean to be Tamil? I know that the Tamil language is very important, but what does it actually mean?
It means the same as wanting to be a Maharashtrian or Telugu or a Malayali. We all have a pride, but I must say something about Tamil Nadu. They always feel that it's an island with parochial mindset and language chauvinism. Everybody is proud about their language, but I can tell you, you can go to a village, any village or town, my town, and just stand in the middle of the road and shout Nehru. A dark man will turn around, or he'll say Bose. Somebody will turn around and he doesn't look anything like Nehru ji or Bose ji. And they'll turn, you'll find Gandhi, many Gandhis. That is the mindset. And at a particular point, they felt there was apathy from the center. That happens every time. It will happen with every government. They are now unhappy with what is happening now. But that's not permanent if you could approach it like you're doing it now. The reason why I want to celebrate your walk is reaching out to the people and lending the ear instead of standing on a podium and lecturing. That's commendable from your side.
But my experience when I go to Tamil Nadu, right, is that they express themselves in a very passionate,
Yes.
It's different expression. So if you go to Maharashtra, people show affection, but the way the Tamils show affection is something completely different. I get that feeling when I go there, and I always wonder, what is that exactly? How does it, why such strong affection or strong expression or so passionate?
It's part of the culture. It's a very old culture, and they've seen wars, they've seen battles, they've learned a lot from Jainism,
Yeah.
Buddhism. Yeah. It's a mixture of everything. That kind of affection was enjoyed by Kamarajji,
Yeah.
MGR, all those leaders. They are moved to tears,
Yeah.
laughter, screaming when they see the man of the. I think it's around the country. It's like that with variations.
And also the Tamil language is very important to them.
Yes, I think even non-religious, godless people celebrate Tamil and worship Tamil.
So you said you're doing this fashion business, and so you know a lot about what is going on in the rest of the world. How do you see the United States, China, these countries? Where do you see India's place in all this?
Nowhere less than them,
Yeah.
but we should walk the talk.
Yeah.
Like you're doing, every Indian must walk the talk. I want to be, or simply resigning yourself to calling it a third world country.
Yeah.
You can't do that anymore. That's blasphemy.
And you said in our earlier discussion that production has a lot to do with it. The ability to produce something and
Yes.
sell it outside India, not just in India.
Yeah, we can't have a toddy mindset because you can't bottle it. It has to be had
Right.
then and there. We are in G20 not because of one government, successive governments, and whatever good they could do, that has accumulated and come to this day. So we are aware of that. And you were talking about China. I want you to say more. The security of the country, both internal and external. Your opinion on it.
I was speaking to some ex-servicemen the other day, and I was mentioning to them that security today in the 21st century, it's not good enough just to say, okay, what do our borders look like, right? Because security today has become a holistic thing. You don't necessarily get attacked from the borders. You can get attacked from inside. You can get attacked by cyber weapons. You can get attacked by, use of your media. So in the 21st century, one has to have a global view about security. And that's where I think our government has completely gone and miscalculated. We constantly hear about what is going on the border. And the fact of the matter is that China has taken 2,000 kilometers of our territory, square kilometers. And frankly, we haven't said anything. The Prime Minister hasn't said anything. The military has clearly said that they're sitting in our territory, but the Prime Minister said nobody has come. This sends a very clear message to China. And the message is, we can do whatever we want, and India will not respond, right? And in fact, in some of the conversations that they are having with our military, they're actually making the statement that, look, your Prime Minister himself has said we are not in your territory. So what is the conversation about? So that's one aspect of it.
Yeah, to them it will look like we are whistling in the dark to allay fear.
Yeah. No, and
looking out somewhere
no,
else.
Imagine if you are the leader, right? And your forces and my forces are negotiating, and your forces are coming and saying you're in my territory, and then I say no, but your leader has said we're not. So it destroys the entire negotiation position of India. Right? So that's one aspect of it. The second aspect of it is how conflict has been transformed. And conflict has been transformed because earlier you fought on a border, now you fight everywhere, right? So you fight by shutting down power stations, you can fight by attacking the railway system, you can fight by militarily attacking, you can fight.
And the oldest trick is to contaminate border.
Yeah, so you can do that. So the single most important thing in the 21st century is that a country has internal cohesion, that there's harmony in the country, that people are not fighting, that there's peace in the country, and the country has a vision. The point is not going to war, right? The point is being in a position where you cannot be attacked. And there's a link between a weak economy, a confused nation without vision, hatred and anger, and the Chinese sitting in our territory. Because they know that we are dealing with internal matters, internal confusion, an internal lack of harmony, and so they can just go in and do whatever they want. So that's one element of the problem. The other huge element of the problem is what has happened in Ukraine, right? And essentially what the Russians have done in Ukraine is they've said, look, we will not accept that the Ukrainians have a strong relationship with the West. And they've basically told the Ukrainians, if you have a strong relationship with the West, we will alter your geography. And that is the exact same principle that can be applied in India. What the Chinese are saying to us is, be careful with what you're doing, because we will alter your geography. We will enter Ladakh, we will enter Arunachal, and what I can see is them building a platform for that type of an approach. So as an Indian person, I don't want to be somebody who's warmongering, but I'd like our country to be aware that there are real problems on the border, and those problems on the border are connected to what is going on inside our country. When Indian fights Indian, when the economy doesn't work, when there's joblessness, our external opponents can take advantage of that situation.
Yeah,
so that's broadly
an opportune moment
Yeah.
of distracted.
Yeah. So one of the things that we've constantly telling our government is talk about it. If you don't want to talk through the media, at least talk to the opposition. We understand these things. We might be able to help you, advise you, bounce ideas off us, but they just don't listen.
हमारे चैनल को लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब जरूर करें और नई अपडेट्स के लिए बेल आइकन दबाना ना भूलें।